Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having an awesome day so far. In today's tutorial, I am showing you how to get this look. So if you are interested, then please keep watching. But before we do that, make sure you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on more videos like this one. The first product I'm using is the Tarte Maracuja C Brighter Eye Treatment. I am just going to take a little itty bit of this and push it in right underneath my eyes. Just like that. Next up, I am using the Origins Ginseng Ultra Hydrating Energy Boosting Cream. This does smell like oranges. Sorry about that. I'm dotting some on my forehead and on my cheeks and on my chin. I used to never do moisturizer under foundation, but I have found in the more recent years that when I do a moisturizer first before my primer, it helps my primer to act longer, so I look less cakier for a longer amount of time. So just a tip, if you guys don't do that, maybe try it. That might help you guys out with something, because it makes a difference for me, let me tell you. And then for primer today, same thing as my last video. This is the Milani Prime Perfection Face Primer. Oh God, I'm almost out of this. And I'm putting some on my forehead and in the cheek area. And this, I'm just priming early. I'm not doing my face right now. I'm going to go ahead and do my eyes first because I want to use a glitter, I think. So I'm just getting everything ready. We're going to let my skin soak that up. So before I prime my eyes, I'm going to be putting a little piece of tape right here in this area. I'm also, in addition to glitter today, I'm going for a nice sharp line as well. And for me, one thing that's important is I'm not putting this like right up next to the corner of my eye and doing it that way, because I am going to have lower eyeshadow on, lower lash line eyeshadow on. Okay, so now that we have our tape on, we're going to go ahead and prime our eyes. I am using the Milani Conceal and Perfect Concealer because this is one of the lightest ones I have. And I'm just going to melt that right into my skin using my finger. And then really quickly, I'm going to go ahead and set it. I am using my loose face powder from Airspun. Before I just throw 1,000 shades at you in colors, I'm going to show you the palettes that I'm going to use today. I am using the Granddaddy Morphe 350 palette, which looks like this. A few years back, this was like the palette for fall. So I'm going to be using that palette. I am going to be using its brother or sister, the Morphe 350 palette, which looks like this. And then I want to do a glitter today, and I think I'm going to use one out of this palette. This is the JolieBomb.com palette, and this is a big old glitter palette. I think I'm going to start off in my Morphe 350 palette, and I am going to pick up whatever shade this one is right here. So second row, the very middle shade. This is going to be my transition color, and it's probably going to look like there's absolutely nothing showing up, but that's okay. A transition color is just to kind of help you blend out everything else that's going to be going on later. So even though it doesn't really show up and doesn't make a huge difference in the beginning, I promise you it will. Just going to help all of your other stuff blend a little bit easier. Done. The next shade I'm going to pick up is going to be a little bit kind of a big jump here. I'm picking up this shade right here, and I am just using a Morphe brush. It doesn't say what it is. Looks like this. It's just a fluffy one, and I am going to start bringing that into my crease from inner corner to outer corner. And you want to use a really light hand when you are working with bold colors like this. And I also recommend picking up a very small amount of color on the brush first. That way, in case like maybe you haven't used this palette and the colors are pretty pigmented, so you just don't want to go in and mess up and add too much color right off the bat to a place on your eye where you don't want all that color. Alright, so the next thing I'm doing is going into the Morphe 350 palette, and the shade I am going to pick up is the shade Spice, which is this really warm caramelly, rich brown. Do you guys say caramel or caramel? Because I never say caramel, and I don't know why I just did. So I am going to start that in my crease. And I'm really going to keep the majority of this product out here on my outer corner and blend it out here. And then with what I have left, I'll start to go in towards the inner part of my eye. So now I'm dipping back into that orangey color from the Morphe 35O palette, and I'm just going to go right over the top of these two and blend them out. Okay, so I do have one more single shadow that I did not throw into my introducing of the palettes. This is from Makeup Geek. The shade is Bitten. It's a cranberry shade that is really appropriate for fall. So I am just going to take an e.l.f. blending eye brush in that shade and start to pack it on this very outer corner here. And I basically stamped it right over top of that spice shade that I put in my crease. And now with the same brush and a little bit of spice, I am just going to blend those two colors together. The next thing I'm doing is picking up the black from the Morphe 3502 palette. I am going to put that right down here on the very outer corner of my lid, and I'm just gonna really pat it in this outer corner to start to blend it out. I don't want to bring it up too high into my crease or onto my outer corner here. So that's about all I'm going to be doing with my patting motions. And then with whichever brush you want to use, I'm going to use the one that I used that Bitten color on. I'm going to go ahead and start to just kind of circular motions, blend it out that way. So now I'm just picking up a little bit more of Bitten, which is our cranberry-ish shade, and I'm just going right over top of that black. For me personally, that is dark enough on my outer corner. What I'm gonna go ahead and do next is cut my crease. So I am using my Milani concealer again, and I'm just going to draw a line from here to there. Look up, and then you'll see I kind of have this stamp of where I should be drawing. That one's kind of a little crooked there. Don't know what happened to her. There we go. That's a line. Now what you're going to want to do is just grab a little bit more concealer and follow the line. Alright, so next up it is time for glitter, and I believe I'm going to go with this shade right here, which is called Just Jolie. It's a really pretty ambery gold color, and I am going to start by priming my lid, I know again, with some NYX glitter primer. I'm just using a flat Morphe brush, and I'm stamping the product all over that area that I just put concealer on. Once you have your glitter on your lid, what you're going to want to do is pick up a little bit more of that black eyeshadow and just kind of very lightly tap over top just to get things blended a little nicer. Then I am picking up the brush I used Bitten with, and I'm just going to blend out the top of that shade. The next thing I'm going to attempt to do is some very light eyeliner. This is the ColourPop eyeliner in the shade Rum. And I'm basically going right on my lash line. I just wanted a little hint of eyeliner, but I didn't want black, so that'll do it for me. And now we peel off the tape. The next thing I'm going to go ahead and do is tightline my eye. This is a Sigma Longwear eyeliner in the shade Wicked. Next on the agenda is foundation. Today I'm going to be using the NYX Pro Foundation palette, and I am going to guess a couple of my shades just on my cheek here. Too light. It's probably my best one. And I am blending it in with my Artiste brush. I'm also going to do a little bit of highlighting and contouring with this palette. I will just use my fingers to blend in my under eye highlight. Next, I'm going to go ahead and contour with the same palette. Big surprise. Now I am just setting my under eye with some of my loose face powder. Set between my forehead, or between my eyebrows on my forehead. There. And I'm going to set underneath my contour as well. Alright, so now we are going to finish off the eyes. The first shade I'm picking up is that Spice shade from the Morphe 3502 palette, and I'm going to pretty much buff that out everywhere underneath my lashes. Next shade I'm picking up is the black from the Morphe 3502 palette. Sorry, I keep going out of focus. I need to remind myself. And then I'm just going to blend it out using the same brush I used to apply Spice. Softening her up a bit. It's time for some eyeliner. This is that same longwear liner I showed you guys earlier. Now it is time for my mascara. This is the Sigma Sinuosity Mascara. Next up is lashes. I am using these Ardell lashes in the style number 113. And what's going to be fun about tonight, you guys, is we are stacking a lash. Woo! So now I'm using the Kiss lashes in the style Pompadour. My eyes are done, and now it is time to finish the look. I'm using the NYX Face Palette to contour today. I am going to pick up this shade right here. For blush today, I needed something rich and golden. I said that weird. So I'm using Milani Rose de Oro blush. And then for my highlight, I'm going back into that NYX palette, and this is actually a shimmer shade. Just going to lightly apply that to the tops of my cheekbones. And the very last step is going to be lips. Mine are looking nasty right now, so sorry. A tip I have for you guys, I'm going to say it while I look like this. If you don't have a dark red that is as dark as you want it, use a purple lip liner. It's going to help to really deepen it. And my lip color is Diva from MAC. Alright guys, this is the finished look. I really hope you enjoyed the tutorial. If you did, leave a comment down below. Let me know if you would wear this look or even a lip this dark. I typically don't, but I think obviously it's really pretty for fall, and so does the rest of the world. So yeah, I am really happy with how this look turned out. Don't forget to like and subscribe before you leave, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys!